this is our life.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest adjustment, being here we are not even mid-50s, and we don't work at a brick and mortar. We don't go into the office every day.
Nope.
We don't, we're not living somebody else's dream. We decided through this process that we wanted to live our own dream, and I'm just amazed every day that goes by. We've been doing this now, almost 3 months. The end of this month will be the end of, it is 2 months. I guess it's the end of, we did it at the end of mid-January, so mid-April, I should say. Will be 3 months.
Well, and for us, that's been our biggest challenge is just maintaining that discipline. Obviously we know that we're getting ready to go to the Grand Canyon North Rim, so we want to make sure that we see everybody that we need to see.
That's been fun.
It has been. It's been a blast.
We've had really good friends come out, check out our Maggie May, and just kind of getting people excited about what we've been excited about, and what our dreams are, and what that vision is, and the amount of support that we have from everyone has just been tremendous.
It's been phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know that we've had anybody look at us and say, oh, well, you guys are crazy for what you're doing. I think everybody that I've known of have just been very supportive, very curious about, how we're doing this, how we're doing that, and how does this work, how does that work.
Yep.
Just maintaining.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is we spent the last, luckily we had that opportunity to spend the last 2 months really getting to understand our RV and understanding how it works and operates, and and just our new life and what we need to do. A lot of people don't think about it. You've got to, what do you do for your medications? Well, we've got that lined out, where we've got our, we've got a local mom and pop, pharmacy that, we just do 90 days at a time, and we're fixing to leave out again. We just got another 3 months worth, so probably sometime in July or August we'll be ready for another 3 month, and our guy Chad at Central Drug will just mail it to us when we're in the North Rim. So that'll take care of us until we get back here sometime mid-November, back here, when I say back here, Oklahoma. But so it's the mail. How do you deal with that? Which that's been a nightmare in itself, but really nothing to do with how we're wanting to forward our mail. That's all been on the post office.
That's been the post office side. That's been insane, but I think we finally got that all figured out.
I think so. So that's where we're actually headed now, is to get about 65 pieces of mail. So, among a couple other packages, but so just getting that lined out. We had to have, dogs. We made sure they got, all the animals got their health checks and got their shots that they needed for the year. And little Bella, the bulldog, she had to have an eye surgery before we left, and everything's just literally been, I think how I can't, the word perfect just keeps coming to my mind. Everything's just perfect. Everything that we have a challenge that comes up, it just works itself out perfectly. Obviously something, things that we have to do to make that also work, but it's just everything just has fallen into step. And that's just a vision.
Yeah, so obviously we want to, when we talk about discipline and mindset, the discipline part of it, that's just basically because we're not on vacation and we're not necessarily working the day-to-day job. It's been an adjustment, just trying to get that, stay disciplined, self-disciplined, to make sure that you get done what you need to get done. We're working from the road, but we've got to make sure that we, stay on task and get the things done that we need to get done.
And start out with those little things, I think we've gotten into a routine We actually kind of make a joke out of it, but we get up and we make our bed, you know. I mean, that in itself is a challenge, and we'll have a video out of that. We're going to have a make your bed challenge. See who does it the best, the quickest. So be looking for that. But anyway, I mean, I think just getting up and doing the normal things, you know, making coffee and taking out the dogs and making our bed and taking our medications. That's been your biggest challenge. But
well, that goes back to that, you know, just finding that rhythm.
Yep.
And making sure that you're, you know, getting done what needs to get done. And,
easily to get distracted.
It is extremely
You know,
easy
it's like,
to
oh, look at the
distract.
squirrel, and the next thing you know, you've wasted 2 hours. You know, so it is, and I think we both agree that we probably need to make a really solid schedule, because we want to start incorporating some workout time. We know the area. We've got our yoga mats, so yoga mat even inside if we had to do it, or outside on the, you know, in the yard we could do it. But that's going to be the next kind of couple things we're trying to figure out. Okay, we've got the walking. We've got to obviously take the dogs too, so we at least get out and walk and hike a little bit.
Yeah, that's something we'll be doing a lot more, is getting outside and exercise and taking walks.
And now that it's not winter,
Yeah,
because when we first got Maggie May, we came out here to Lake McMurtry in Stillwater, and I don't know, we had some video. I'm certain you guys may have seen it, but it's like, you know, winter's coming and there's a big storm and it snowed and it was cold.
Well,
it was so cold.
I've been impressed with how the RV handled, you know, the cold, because I mean we were in single digit temperatures more than once, and it really held up quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked and surprised. Now, one of the things that, you know, the wind and stuff, if it was really, really windy, you could kind of feel it coming in around the slides and stuff. But, you know, I mean, everything stayed warm, nothing froze up, and we made it through just fine.
Well,
so
and one thing we learned
gained
about
confidence there.
Yeah, and the thing that we learned about Maggie May was the fact that, you know, all of the important parts that could freeze are housed underneath pretty much our bed. So you have that heater on, and it's going to keep the belly of it warm, which therefore is going to keep your pipes from hopefully bursting. But one thing we did learn, we don't necessarily want to spend our time in Maggie May in cold weather.
No, that's not our goal.
This is, I think today it's like 65, so it's nice. And, you know, it's definitely, this is about the coldest that I really want to really tremendously endure. During the day, I should say. At night, I know when we did find out some kind of cool facts about, since we are going to spend 6 months at the Grand Canyon North Rim, is I learned that during the height of summer, because we're at what elevation? 8,900 elevation. It doesn't get really hot there. I think it's like mid 70s of the summer, and then the lows are in the 40s and 50s, which is so doable. And then we learned no mosquitoes. They said, I guess it's the elevation. So just learning some kind of cool facts, and maybe only the occasional housefly, but you know, a little more arid, but lots of pines. I think, I don't know what kind of pines.
Ponderosas.
Yeah.
And aspen.
Yeah. So we've been kind of studying up on that, and just kind of seeing what our climate's going to look like. I don't know if I'm somebody that has altitude sickness, but I guess we're going to find out. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's been an interesting journey. I know we're just both ready to get there. I think the people that we're going to meet is
the people we've already met.
Oh my gosh.
Phenomenal.
Well, Fred. So we had to. Kind of a mistake. We have the tire pressure monitoring system on all of our tires. So these are kind of little extenders that stick out from the valves. They're external, and so we decided we needed to wash my car because it had been traveling, and we probably, our gut told us we probably should have taken those off going through a car wash. We didn't. Ended up ripping off two of them on the passenger side. So that was about a $45-50 mistake. We had to go immediately to a tire shop and Luckily, the car wash that we asked the attendants, they were able to find, after some time, find both of our tire monitors, and we were able to put those back on once we got the tire valves fixed. And but anyway,
it broke the valve stems off.
Yeah, which that sucks. So we ended up through the course, because it was about a 45-minute wait to get that fixed. We met a gentleman by the name of Fred. And so we started talking to Fred about kind of what we're doing. He also is full-time RVing. He's probably a gentleman, would you say late 60s?
Yeah, late
maybe
60s,
70s.
early 70s.
But he was proceeded to tell us that his wife had died a couple years ago, and this had always been their dream, was to travel and RV full-time, but obviously she died before that could happen. Well, he didn't want that dream to go away, so he decided after she died that he would sell everything, and he started traveling. And he's been traveling since, for the last 2 years, and he just happened to be in this area, which we were down in the Ada area, and he happened to be there. And I started talking to him about our big dream, which is to really me to create these educational children's books about our adventures. And you kind of just saw him pause, and he said, wow, he says, that's what my wife was going to do. So, I always believe that people are put in your life for certain reasons, and some reason we needed to connect with that gentleman. I don't know if that was to make him feel better, make us feel better. I don't know what it was, but
it was a great connection.
It was just a really cool experience. And so Fred was his name. I don't know anything else about him, but anywho, so that was kind of a cool experience.
So yeah, our next once we get done here in Stillwater, we're gonna be headed out to Amarillo, then down to
Schaefer
Albuquerque.
Farms. There's a harvest host that we'll be stopping in for just one day.
Yeah, and then we're headed down to Tombstone for my birthday and spending some time there, and then headed up, to Sedona, Flagstaff area, probably set up there, and we'll be there for a few days, kind of get everything ready to go into the Grand Canyon North Rim, and so we'll, that way we've got everything packed up and ready to go, so that when we get there, then we'll be there for the, working for the summer and kind of go from there. So we'll obviously keep you guys posted along the way. And
follow us, like, and subscribe these videos, but also too, we have a website. It's got some stuff on there, but it's basically the same thing, the rv-in-free.com, and we're hoping, well, we need to get better. Again, discipline is our topic today. We've got to start setting that side of time to where we can blog or vlog, and get some more details in there about little things that we've learned. But so tune in, go out there, like it, and like, subscribe, and then check out our website. But hopefully not hopefully, we will, because we're going to be more disciplined. We're going to get lots more videos out there for you guys.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.